on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready? 8, read. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Flush to his right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Exit. Mike 51.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off play action, Herbert. And this one complete to Reed. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
That's a screen. Bravo.
2nd and 13. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready, break.
Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Chargers 7.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 180. Gun. Mike, 55. Right there. In the hustle. Get in the weight room.
Off play action. Newton. Amendola's got it. Complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. We're going to set 180. 3 buds. Light 42. Hey, defense.
To throw is Newton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Trying to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target. Deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Romeo Okwara with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
He does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Now Newton on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
Set. That 180. You. Gun.
On 3rd down, Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Switch it. Great. Back.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. they didn't take advantage of it, that has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Watch the twist. Say, go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Back to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Newton now to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Let's go, D.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On On second down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch the slam! Check 24! Check 24! Quickstone, travel. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Yo! Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Taken in at the 22. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's some guys that have to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
On the ready.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? Ready? Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. A first update now from Cincinnati. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jamie Collins. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Herbert lets it go for Nelson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for J.J. Nelson. Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Delta. Now.
Back to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his second season. The future, bright. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I got you. I got you.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. From a yard out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
17. Hey. Mike 17.
Here's Newton. And it's caught here. Amendola. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Play action. It's Newton. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. On 1st down, Swift. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
That's it. 180. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. What are you?
On the carry, it's Bud. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and goal from the 1.
Mike 17. Let's go. What are you? Mike 17. I get it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Mike 51. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Patch it, patch it. Switch, switch, switch. Hey, lock it. Watch twist. Watch.
It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Deron Harmon makes the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. Runs through the contact. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Newton, and he rifles one incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chance.
And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second down. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 13 yards out. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. This complete to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call, maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it was a late-game situation. And I think that probably played into it. The officials, they want to let the players determine it down the stretch.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Newton to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience?
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Prater for the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Now another timeout called for by the offense.
And the Chargers